This is hilarious, man. What? Sorry, man. This game was really something else. It says here that the Stars played hockey today. I don't even know if they showed up. I don't even know anymore, man. The Stars are too busy letting Reed Boucher and Erica Branson score. Yeah, meanwhile, everyone was missing the net whenever they had the opportunity. Hello, guys. Welcome back. And oh my gosh. I just can't even take this seriously. The Stars lose and get an ass whooping 6-0. And the Canucks, oh my gosh, like, this game was really something else. Now, the Canucks somehow get a win in the AAC. They can improve to a 22-28-6 record, while the Stars get their 20th loss of the season at 33-20-4, and this could not be really more disappointing. The Stars were a point behind the third central spot. I was almost sure that they would get that and get up. Like, they just needed a point. They just needed 1 point to get over that third central spot. You have the Canucks. They're coming to town, and you blow it. Now, coming into the game, the Stars were 4-0 in day games. They were just absolutely destroying the Canucks for the last few years, just in general, and everything was on their favor. Everything was going to be good, and everything was going to be okay, until it really wasn't. Reed Boucher just gets left alone, goes on a beautiful wraparound, and scores. Bishop lets a lousy goal there, and the defense just lets Reed Boucher go around and scores first goal of the season, and that wouldn't be it for him. Now, Spencer tries to wrap around. He doesn't get it around, and then Hutton goes on a breakaway. There was a 2-on-1, but then Hutton gets a brilliant pass, and then he gets just stopped by Bishop's pads. And the goal, there is actually a goal review there. Spencer went on the wraparound, and it was challenged to cross the line there. I was kind of on the fence because I couldn't really see the puck anyways. I couldn't really take a determined answer there, and the Stars did end up not getting the goal there. And honestly, I can't really complain again because I didn't see it. But man, another great save by Bishop, and he wasn't at fault for this game. I really felt like he wasn't the defining factor for the Vancouver Canucks and getting on this hot streak. It was really everything else. Now, as the defense crumbles, Jake Virtanen goes on a breakaway, and Bishop allows Jake Virtanen to score. At that point, I'm just done with life, man. But it gets worse. Honka just leaves Vanek wide open, and of course, Vanek has a great shot, so you don't want to leave him open, even though the shot is basically his only asset. Again, you don't want to leave his only asset exposed. So Vanek goes in, and he just makes a beautiful snipe on Bishop. Again, not his fault. Honka leaves Vanek wide open, and the Stars find themselves down 3-0 to the Vancouver Canucks. Now, throughout this game, the chances that the Canucks got were bar none. They got so many opportunities. So many. In fact, I'm surprised they didn't get like 50 shots. They missed quite a few nets in this game, but they were still able to get over 40 shots, which is just ridiculous. The Stars were just handing the Canucks open ice chances, 2-on-1s, just on-man rushes. It was everywhere, and the Stars defense, I don't think this is the worst game of the season. It might just be the worst game of the season, but the defense especially, I think it's the worst game of the season for them. Just absolutely lousy. Nobody was good in this game, and it really showed. Now the Canucks are in a power play in the second period, and the defense just crumbles even further. Whenever you think that the defense is going to get worse, it does. There's two defensemen that could have blocked the pass. That goes right to Henrik Sedin, who tries to go back to Horvat, and then he scores off a good shot there. Of course, Bishop is left right alone. There's three Canucks right by Horvat also, and he's just wide open as well. The defense just crumbled for the Stars, and nobody was doing their job in this game. There's lots of opportunities for the Canucks, and really they scored on all 6 of them. And the defense was just abysmal. The forward defense was bad. Even my guy, Brad Faxa, had a bad night. Everybody on the ice had a bad night. I can't really pinpoint anybody who didn't. And then when you don't think it could get much worse, a shot from the point comes back, and then Reed Boucher gets his second goal of the season. 2 goals in this game here, and he deflects it. A good deflection there, but come on, you should have Reed Boucher checked in front of the net. He's not that strong. But the defense just let him just walk in there and get the goal there. I don't even know what to say anymore. The Stars' defense was abysmal. And of course, I'm going to sound like a broken record here, but I can't really say anything much more than the Stars' defense was terrible, and the Canucks, of course, taking advantage with the spoiler here. And then in the third period, the Stars, they allow Eric Branson to score. And then the Stars allow Eric Branson to score. He shoots from the point. Lennon can't get it with the glove. He just lets a weak goal there, let's be honest. Of course, Bishop was in net to start the game. Of course, Lennon, I think, allowed a couple of goals there. But he, as the Dallas Stars, allowed Eric Branson to score. That's just brutal in our parts. We should be ashamed of that, in all honesty. I can't remember who else allowed. He has 2 goals on the season now. I can't remember who else had let him score. But we let Eric Branson score. Yeah, we might as well be the worst team in the league, right? Period was a bore. And then the Stars just did everything they could, but nothing was really going the Stars' way. Whenever they'd have a good opportunity, they miss a net. Whenever they'd have a low-quality scoring chance, of course, they'd shoot and they wouldn't make a great shot. And the Stars shot, I think they were around 30 shots, but they missed the net a lot, and they missed a lot of great opportunities. And of course, once they gave up in the first period after they scored 2-3 goals, it was over for them. Once you give up, it's over, and the Stars definitely did in that first period. But I'm not going to give any credit away for the Canucks. They probably played one of their best games of the season, if not their best. They played pretty well and showed up to play against the Stars, to play that spoiler, to play that upset, and they definitely did. Markstrom was good. He did what he needed to do. Now, I didn't think that the shutout was really deserved, let's say, because the Stars just didn't come up to play and then just didn't hit the net when they should have. But Markstrom definitely had a good game there. The defense for the Canucks, it was shaky for a little while, but they still made still was pretty decent, and the offense was as best as they probably can be. Of course, Besser wasn't the only guy on the ice playing that actually good. So the whole team was a lot better than this game, and they really showed up, even though the Stars' defense did allow them to get quite a lot. And then the game ends, and this is the worst performance by the Stars in terms of goal differential in the entire season. And it shows. The Stars did not come to play in any facet of the game, and the Canucks really did. And that's what it comes down to. The 4-0, the unbeaten streak of day games comes to a close, as the Stars go 4-1 in day games now against the Canucks, who they should have won against. Now their next game is against the Blues. Now the Blues play one game between here and now. They start to play their next game on Friday, so that's a big break there. They get a lot of rest after playing 3 games in 4 nights. They get a big rest here, and of course the Blues play 1 game in that between break. They play the Predators. I think it was on like Tuesday or Wednesday, something like that. And that's going to be a big test for them. Hopefully they lose in regulation. Of course, that's a gigantic game against the Blues and Friday. That's going to be huge for us. But oh man, this game was embarrassing from the start to the end, and it just got worse and worse and worse. And I turned on the TV I missed a couple of minutes at the start. I turned on my TV, the Stars are down 1-0, and I'm thinking to myself, well, this is going to be harder to come back than I thought it was going to be. And then Jake Virtanen scores, and I'm thinking, this is not looking too good. And the third goal goes in, and I'm like thinking, oh my gosh, we're going to lose the Canucks. And the reality was actually happening. It was just a nightmare throughout the whole game, and the Stars lose against the Canucks. I really did not think this was going to happen. I thought the Stars had everything in their favor, and of course, it ended up not happening. Never in my wildest dreams would I have thought that the Stars would be beaten 6-0 against the Canucks. I maybe could have seen the upset coming, but 6-0, nothing would have seen this coming. Like, I don't even know how anyone would have predicted this. This is just insane. And if I was a Canuck fan, I'd be happy and sad. For the happiness side, Besser gets a point. But for the sad side, you are not taking too much, but at least your guys are looking good, and of course, Eric Branson getting a goal increases the stock a little bit, let's be honest here. And I'd be happy and sad in both ways. Of course, the Stars do lose, and of course, the Canucks do get a win here, with Besser getting a point and Horvat getting a goal, and the young guys, Virtanen, getting a goal. It's good to see from them, but the win, you'd like to see the tank. I mean, they're trying to go for Dahlin here, but it's kind of messing it up, really. And if I had to pinpoint one thing that's probably the most embarrassing thing from this game, is we allowed guys like Reed Boucher to score twice, Jake Virtanen to score, and Eric Branson to score. I would have been fine. Well, I wouldn't have been fine, but it would have been a lot better if the guys like Besser scored 2 and Horvat scored 2, even though Horvat did score a goal. It would have been better if the actual good guys on the Canucks came up and scored, rather than Eric Branson, Jake Virtanen, and Reed Boucher. You know where I'm going with this. I would have liked the actual good guys to score, rather than the guys who haven't even scored in the season. But just a round of applause to the Canucks. They definitely deserve the win, because the Stars definitely didn't. Now for my Stars, I will give them the benefit of the doubt for rest, since they have played 3 games in 4 nights, and even though that is a bit of a rest, I just can't forgive them for losing to the Canucks. There's still a decent amount of chance that they can miss the playoffs, and of course, if they do, Losses like this will definitely add up, and I'll definitely look at these when we do, if we do. You got the Minnesota Wild right behind them. I think the Anaheim Ducks are right behind us as well. There's lots of teams that can still pass you, and you can't let your guard down, really. And the Stars really did in this game. Of course, the Canucks are not a good team at all, but the Stars, of course, have to take advantage of these opponents, and they certainly didn't tonight. Now, if they don't come out and play against the St. Louis Blues, who have lost against the Penguins, but let's say the St. Louis Blues lose against the Predators, if the Stars lose against the Blues on that game, I can't really give them the benefit of the doubt if they can't come out and play against the Blues well. If the Stars lose in that game and the Blues lose against the Predators in their next game, again, I have to just slam them for that. They're good enough to beat the Blues. I expect them to do so. That's good, guys. Like and subscribe if you have not. Ring that bell if you haven't. And I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.